Good morning and welcome to another Saturday live stream. A little bit later today, it's 12:30 normally. We're doing this in the morning. As usual, it's very damp and dreary here in South Wales. But yeah, enough of that. Let's just get straight into it a little bit late this morning because Everton are actually playing Burnley at Burnley as we speak. I think they've just kicked off. So yeah, before we get into this week's Soccer Super Saturday, 6 selections. Let's have a quick look at back at how well we got on last week, and it wasn't the best. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at last week's results, which was the 28th of November. So as you can see, we came away with 3 correct results, resulting in 6. Mike Green, yes mate. Welcome into the chat. Welcome into the live stream as well. Yeah, as I said, 6 points for last week, 3 correct results, no perfect scores. So let's hope we can improve on that situation this week. So these are the fixtures for this coming week. All these take place at 3 o'clock, of course, on Saturday afternoon today, which is the 5th of December. So we've got Man City at home against Fulham in the Premier League. Then we've got 5 championship matches. We've got Brentford at home against Blackburn, Millwall at home against Derby, Norwich are playing Sheffield Wednesday, Bristol City against Birmingham, or Birmingham City I should say, and Stoke City against Middlesbrough. That's a tough one to call actually. Let's have a look who we've got in the chat. Yeah, Mike Green, good morning, good afternoon to you, Mike. Hope you are doing well. Little Jumps, hello to you as well. Hope you are well wherever you are in the world. Predictions for a home game against Morecambe. Well, Newport are riding high. I'm not sure Morecambe are actually in the table. Let me just double check that. In League 2, of course. Kicking off at 3 o'clock, Mike. In 11th position, yeah, Newport in first. So I should imagine something like a 2-0 victory to Newport in that one. Anyway, back to the Super 6 predictions. And Darren Warburton has gone for Man City 4, Fulham 0. Lovely afternoon, Mr. Morgan. Good afternoon to you as well. Ian, hope you're doing well. I'm wondering if... oh, what's his name? I've forgotten his name is with you today. Are you in work or are you at home watching this? But Yogi's gone for a 2-1 away victory to Cardiff over Watford. That's going to be yeah, I'd like that. Anyway, back to today. And we've got Manchester City up against Fulham. Last week, of course, Manchester City gaining a 5-0 victory over Burnley. So back amongst the goals, because prior to that victory last week, they were finding goals hard to come by. If you can see there, they had actually previously lost against Tottenham, draws against Liverpool, and draw against West Ham as well, both 1-1. A victory over Sheffield United away, and a 1-0 victory over Arsenal as well. But they're coming up against a Fulham team. Fulham themselves, defensive, they have improved recently as well. They're actually outside of the relegation zone, surprisingly. 2 victories in their last 6 fixtures. I've already made this prediction in the prediction video that came out on Wednesday evening. Fulham, of course, gaining a very good victory over Leicester City last time out, 2-1. Leicester going through a bit of a barren spell themselves. Prior to that, of course, they lost at home against Everton and away against Fulham before, on the 2nd of November, they beat West Brom. Prior to that, it was a defeat at home against Crystal Palace, and before that was a 1-1 draw against bottom of the table, Sheffield United, and that is Sheffield United's only point of the season. So yeah, in the predictions video, I said it was a 3-0 victory to Manchester City. I think Kevin De Bruyne was rested midweek in the Champions League clash. Who did they play? I they can't remember now. Was it Olympiacos? Just let me know in the chat, guys. But yeah, I fully think that Man City will come away with a victory here. It all depends on will Fulham be able to score. They have actually scored in their previous 2 fixtures. Let's have a look what you guys are saying in the chat. Good afternoon. Hello there, Douglas. Welcome. I'm not sure if you're in work at the moment or at home, but yeah, good afternoon to you. Hope you are having a good day today. Mike Green's gone for a 6-0 victory to Man City. I'm not sure if they can actually score 6 against defensively soundish in recent weeks Fulham team. Darren Warburton's gone for a 4-0 victory to Manchester City. Little Jumps has gone for a 3-1 Man City victory. The dugout. Oh, Burnley have scored. That's breaking news. Well. And it's a bit of sorry. I'm just going to interrupt this. I just want to see who scored for Burnley there. Dear oh dear, that is a turn up for the books. If this actually in the second minute, it hasn't actually come up on the screen there as yet, Doug. Oh, Robert Brady, the right winger. So yeah, excellent for Burnley, especially after that heavy defeat against Manchester City last time out. Ian has gone for a 4-1 victory to Manchester City. Not sure what Mike Green's saying there, 2-0 to Everton. Little Jumps, can you help me with YouTube tips after the video on Insta? Possibly. I know Nathan's getting ready for his live stream this afternoon between Watford and Cardiff, so he's going to be live for a few hours this afternoon as well. Darren Warburton's actually gone for Burnley 1, Everton 2. Jack Wilson, told you we would beat Southampton. Yeah, okay. Congratulations on that. That was last week, wasn't it? The Southampton last week. Yeah, Manchester United, correct with that scoreline, of course. Might Fulham look like they're close to crumbling, really? Yeah, I'm not sure. Mike, on that one, I think recently, okay, they have been losing games. They've lost 2 of their last 3 matches, but they should have got something out of that Everton result where they lost 3-2, and last week they did beat Leicester. And the Doug has gone for Man City 5, Fulham 0. I think you've done that in your predictions as well. So yeah, what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep with my prediction from Wednesday, and I'm going to go for a Man City 3-0 victory. Let's have a look what the stats say in the community. Sky community are going 99% of people are going for a Manchester City victory in this one. 1% for draw. And there is not one person in the Sky community thinking that Fulham can get a victory in this match. The Dalek, WHUFC. Hello, how are you as well? Hey, mate, how are you? Yeah, I'm great. I'm doing really good this morning, or this lunchtime on Saturday. Thanks for leaving your predictions as well in the predictions video. I think there's a massive defeat soon. I mean, could well be. It would be a good game today versus United. Yes, I am looking forward to that West Ham versus Man United game. I think I put down a 1-1 scoreline in the predictions video for that. But in all honesty, the Dalek, I'd love West Ham to win that one. And I want Cresswell to pull something out of the bag, either if it's a couple of assists or even a goal, because he's in my fantasy football team. Anyway, so that's the first match of the day all done and dusted. I've gone for a 3-0 win to Manchester City. Next up, we've got Brentford against Blackburn. Now, Brentford, early season favourites to go up automatically in the Championship. They currently find themselves in 6th position, just inside the playoff zone. They haven't lost in their last 6 fixtures, and they've actually won their last 3 as well, which was an away victory against Barnsley, although Barnsley are having trouble in the league at the moment. They beat QPR at home, and Rotherham, they beat Rotherham 2-0 away. So their opponents recently haven't been that great. Prior to those 3 victories, there was 3 draws. 1-1 draw at home against Swansea, a 0-0 draw against Middlesbrough, and an away draw against Wickham as well. Blackburn find themselves just outside the playoff zone. Okay, they've lost 5 fixtures this season. However, they're undefeated in their last 6. They've won their last 3, which was an away victory against Preston, although Preston, we've talked about it in the past, very poor at home. Blackburn, they then beat Barnsley 2-1 at home, and they also beat Millwall at home 2-1, but they are playing away against Brentford. I just want to have a quick look at Blackburn's total away form as well for the season. Yeah, they've actually lost away against Swansea, away against Watford, and away against Bournemouth. Now, you've got to remember that those three sides are also, actually, I think Swansea have just dropped outside the playoff zone. They're in 7th position at the moment. So pretty high-flying teams that they have lost against. In their other away matches, they beat Derby. Okay, Derby, we know, are bottom of the table at the moment, really struggling. They also beat Coventry. Coventry themselves are at the wrong end of the table, but they are giving teams a bit of a fight. And Swansea as well. Okay, they've lost against Swansea. So, what are we thinking in this one? Are we thinking a Brentford win, or are we thinking that Blackburn can pull out all the stops and get something on the road against Brentford? Just want to have another look at Brentford's stats so far. Yeah, last time they lost was an away defeat against Stoke way back in October, and the last time they lost at home was on the 4th of October, and that was against Preston. Preston playing a lot better away than they are at home. Let's have a look what you guys are saying in the chat. Mike Green, Lookman penalty. Yeah, let's see if he does take a penalty. Darren Warburton's gone for a home victory to Brentford. The Bees 2-1 in this one. Ian's gone for a 1-1 draw, and Doug has gone for a 2-1 Brentford victory as well. Now, remember, guys, there's £250,000 up for grabs, I should say, today. And I would love to win that lovely money if I can. Build a proper studio, not with all this sort of stuff going on around me. So yeah, let's have a look what they're saying in the Sky community, stats wise. As you can see, both clubs have won their last 3 matches. So it's Blackburn aren't mugs. 60% though going for a home win to the Bees. Draw. There's 28% of people thinking it's going to end up in a draw, and 11% of the community there have gone for a Blackburn win. I think the Bees will win this one. I'm going to keep with the chat, and I'm going to go for 2-1 home victory to Brentford in this one, but I think it's going to be very close. It could even end up in a draw. Next up, we got Millwall against Derby. Now, Derby have had all sorts of problems this season. I think Wayne Rooney now is in charge. They are at the bottom of the table. Millwall, okay, just under halfway in 13th position. Let's get back to the main scene. So in their last six matches, yeah, Millwall haven't actually won, and Derby as well. They've only won 1 match all season. Okay, they have drawn in the last two fixtures, which were both at home. One against Wickham, Wickham, of course, are in 22nd position, and Coventry as well. Can they get something against this Millwall team? Yeah, let's have a look at Millwall's home form. Can Millwall take all 3 points? Okay, last time Millwall won in the league was way back on the 28th of October, which was an away victory against Preston. Preston, as we know, not too good at home. And their last home victory was against Luton Town. What are we thinking, guys? Are we thinking a draw in this one? Are we thinking a Millwall victory? Or do you think Wayne Rooney's men can get a draw? Let's have a look what you guys are saying in the chat. So Ian, Lovesy, number 12, has gone for a 1-1 draw. Sorry, that's for the Brentford match. Darren has gone for a 3-0 victory for Millwall over Derby. Ian's gone for 2-0 victory to Millwall, and the Doug has gone for a 1-0 victory to Millwall. Yeah, interesting. Millwall in the last, if you look at their goals for, in the last match they lost against Millwall 2-1. Prior to that, the last time they scored more than 1 goal in a match was on the 28th of October, which was away from home. But at home, it was the last time they scored more than 1 goal was in that match against Luton Town at home, which was 2-0. So they haven't actually scored more than 2 goals in the league at all this season. So looks like we're either going to have a 0, a 1, or a 2 for Millwall. Interesting. Derby. Should we have a look what Derby team news? Team news. Let's have a look. What's going on? 22 hours ago. Fancy call the first goal scorer again. Yeah, okay. Let's have a look what they're saying here. Millwall and Derby County meet at the Den on Saturday afternoon, having each failed to win any of the last half a dozen games, as we've already mentioned. Five draws during that run have kept Millwall in 13th position, but the visitors remain in last place and 5 points adrift of safety. The 3-0 defeat at home to Huddersfield Town on 31st of October changed that, however, and the Lions are now without a win in their last 7 outings. Can they get victory today? We shall see. Rowett will have concerns regarding an attack which has scored twice in the game on just one occasion in 9 attempts, and only Jed Wallace has netted more than once in the Championship this season. So he's probably only got about 2 or 3 goals. Millwall are blessed with plenty of options in the final third, but injuries and frequent rotation have left Rowett still searching for his perfect combination. So finding goals hard to come through. In his first 2 games in sole interim charge of Derby, Wayne Rooney has been just minutes away from recording a much-needed win for the champion strugglers. However, the late equalisers for Wycombe Wanderers and Coventry have left Rooney and the Rams well off the pace ahead of an unfavourable run of matches. So it looks like in those matches, they've gone ahead and they've let in late goals. Is that a question of fitness? Is it concentration and focus? Or is there something else there? Okay, we haven't had that managerial banter. We have slightly withdrawn. So I think this is going to be another draw, guys. I know you've all gone for a home victory, but Millwall, toothless in front of goal. I know that defensively they've got some very good defenders, Derby, so it could even shock us with a victory. But let's have a look. Let's go back to here. Let's have a look what the Sky community is saying. Okay, 55% of the community is saying this will end up in a Millwall win, 31% in a draw, and 14% in a Derby victory. I'm actually going to go for a draw. Is it going to be 0-0 or is it going to be 1-1? Let's go for 1-1. Yeah, I think they'll both score. Both teams finding it hard, goals hard to come by. So I'm going to go for a draw in this one. I've got to go with my instinct, I'm afraid, on this one, guys. But if it does end up in a victory in Millwall, then yeah, give it to me with both barrels in the next live stream or next video. But let's get on to the next fixture anyway, and that's Norwich, high-flying Norwich. I think they were, start of last week, of course, they were at top of the table, but I think Bournemouth were at top of the table after that victory last night. Norwich at home against Sheffield Wednesday. Now, we all know that Norwich were having a lot of injury issues in the last week or so. Let's have a look at their form, though, for the last 6 fixtures. Norwich, as we just mentioned, lost last week, which was an away defeat against Luton, surprisingly enough. Prior to that was a draw at home against Coventry, so they haven't actually won in the last 2 fixtures. Prior to that were 2 away wins against Stoke and Middlesbrough, both very tough places to go. Prior to that, a very good victory against Swansea, and prior to that was a draw against Millwall. Norwich have lost 3 times in the league this season. Let's have a look at Sheffield Wednesday. Now, Sheffield Wednesday, in the last 6 fixtures, they've actually won 1 and drawn 4, only losing the 1. So I think Callum Patterson got on the score sheet last weekend in that home win against Reading, former Cardiff City player, of course. And before that, it was a draw against Stoke at home. Prior to that, an away draw against Swansea, which was very good. And prior to that, okay, they suffered that away defeat against Preston, but they drew at home against Millwall. And prior to that, had a very, very good win against Bournemouth. Norwich. Let's have a look at Norwich's team news then. Norwich City team news. Because we knew that they were having lots of difficulty with injuries last week, and that probably was one of the factors in them losing that match last week. Pukki's fit and available for Sheffield Wednesday. for Sheffield Wednesday match, of course. Let's have a look what they're saying. Maybe I'm overthinking this. You know, everything points towards a Norwich win in this one, even though that Sheffield Wednesday have only lost once in their last 6 fixtures. Let's have a look. Daniel Farke has declared that Teemu Pukki fit and available for Norwich City's latest Sky Bet Championship match against Sheffield Wednesday on Saturday. Pukki has missed City's last 2 matches through injury, so he's back. The guy who was having a bit of a party in the Premier League, for the first few months anyway, is back in the Canaries attack. Injury, but the return of Finn is a welcome boost for head coach Daniel Farke, with City having been without a recognised striker over the past week. As for further injury updates, Farke expects Georgian Hugill, Todd Cantwell and Kieran Dow to return to training on Sunday. So Cantwell, very important player for Norwich, isn't going to be playing today. Let's look at when was this? 23 hours ago. So they've still got major injury problems there, the Canaries. However, City boss says you'll have to be patient with other absentees. Meanwhile, he was off an update on Xavi Quintala, who spent his time in Spain to recover from injury. Xavi will return to Norwich soon. He has to self-isolate when he's back and return from some negative demonetized virus tests. It'll be a while before he's ready, but there are some encouraging signs. Let's have a look what you guys are saying in the chat anyway. Darren Warburton has gone for Norwich 2, Sheffield Wednesday 0. Ian Lovesey has gone for a 3-0 home victory to the Canaries. Doug has gone for Norwich 2-1. Yeah, I was thinking along those lines as well, Doug. Little Jumps 2-1 Norwich. The Dugout Football Channel. Breaking news: Sunderland appoint Lee Johnson as new. Yeah, I heard about that. Former Bristol City manager there, Doug. I was reading about that yesterday. Going to Sunderland, they probably a match made in heaven. Can he actually do anything? There, maybe they'll get a bit of a managerial bounce. And I'm just being texted by Virgin. I wonder what they want to know. Right. Anyway, don't worry about that text that's just come in there. Oh, the joys of live streaming, eh? Right. So, what is the Sky community thinking in this match? We've got an 85% haul of people thinking there's going to be a Norwich win. We've got 11% people thinking there's a draw, and 4% thinking it's going to be a Sheffield Wednesday victory. I just want to check again on the Sheffield Wednesday bottom of the table. Of course, they deducted 6 points. It was 12 points, I think it was at the start of the season. Brought that back to 6. They've won 3. So are they going to beat a team that's second in the division? Unlikely. Let's have a look. They drew with Reading. See, Reading, Stoke, Swansea. They're very good draws. Very resolute. Difficult one, this one. Surely Norwich, but they have got injury concerns, so it's going to be close. Let's have a look at Norwich's goals. See, they lost 3-1. Prior to that, 1-1. 1-0, 2-1. Did they concede? They have conceded. So Norwich are conceding. Sheffield Wednesday, are they scoring? Just a solitary goal. Right. Okay, let's give Sheffield Wednesday a goal. Now, are we going to give Norwich 1 goal, 2 goals, or 3 goals? Pukki's back, so they've got a goal scorer. They don't have creativity in the middle of the park, maybe lacking a little bit. Lost last time out, but they have got people coming back now. They're going to probably be after that defeat on the 2nd of December, which was on Wednesday. Yeah, come on, let's give it to a Norwich. I'm going to go for a Norwich win in this one. I'm going to go 2-1. I'm going to agree with Doug, the Dugout Football Channel. And if you haven't seen Doug's channel, yeah, make sure you check out his channel. Full of great content, predictions, a lot of Liverpool content on there as well. And he's also sort of recently started a new series where he combines 2 Premier League teams as well. All excellent content. So make sure you go and subscribe to Douglas as well. Hopefully he appreciates the shout out. Anyway, back to this Norwich victory match. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to Norwich. Let's have a look what these guys are saying in the chat. Tony Pulis has been unlucky recently. Yes, he really has with Sheffield Wednesday. Hubsy, need to pay your bill. Need to pay my bill. Yes, indeed. It's coming up for that time of the month, Ian. Yeah, don't want the bailiffs around at my door, do we? Right, anyway, enough of that chat. Thank you, Paul. No problem, anytime, Doug. Helping out a fellow YouTuber there. Right, Bristol City against Birmingham, as they say in the States. Actually, is anyone in from America or the United States or anywhere in America in the chat today? If you are, hopefully I'll be over there next year. Love to go back there. Been there quite a few times, over 5 times overall, 5, 6, 7 times, I believe, in my lifetime, and love to go back there next year if I can. But Bristol City against Birmingham. Now, Bristol City started off the season absolutely flying. They are in 5th position, only losing once in their last 6 matches. Good victory last weekend. On Tuesday against Queen's Park Rangers. Prior to that, it was a surprising, you could say, away defeat against Reading. Prior to that, a draw at home against Watford. Good result. Prior to that, it was 3 wins with a victory at home against Derby and 2 wins. One against Cardiff City, unfortunately, and one against Huddersfield. Now, in that Cardiff City game, they got the early goal, but then struggled really against Cardiff, but Cardiff just couldn't score. Now, Birmingham find themselves in 18th position, winless in their last 6 fixtures. They've only won 3 matches this season, comparing that to Bristol City's 8 victories. They lost against Barnsley last night at timeout. Now, Barnsley, they're on a terrible run themselves. Okay, they have gained 3 victories in the last 6, but although Barnsley play good football, I haven't been impressed with them at all this season. They drew against Millwall at home, and they also had draws away against Luton, Coventry. Prior to that, they lost at home against Bournemouth, and prior to that, on the 4th of November, an embarrassing win, you could say, against Wycombe Wanderers. I think that was Wycombe's first win of the season too. So it all points towards a Bristol City win. But can we trust the Wurzels? That is the question. That defeat, let's have a look at that defeat then. Yeah, Reading. Bristol City QPR, a win. They're only scoring 1 or 2 goals, so this is going to be a tight one. Let's have a look at Birmingham. How are they getting on? Okay, they did lose. There's only going to be a goal or 2 in this, guys. It looks like it's going to be a 1-0 or a 2-1 victory. So I'm thinking along the lines of a 2-1 win to Bristol City in this one. That's if Birmingham can get on the score sheet. They've fired blanks in 2 of their last 6 fixtures. Okay, what are you guys saying in the chat? So Darren Warburton's gone for a 2-1 victory to Bristol City. Yes, Darren, I'm thinking along those lines as well. Ian's gone for a 2-1 victory to Bristol. Doug has gone for 2-0 victory to Bristol City. Shane, hello from Dublin. Not to distract from your enjoyable show, but did you know William Hill offer a free type of predictor competition as well? I didn't actually, Shane. I used to go on William Hill. I haven't actually been on William Hill for a year or 2 now. You pick 6 games to have between 3 or 4 goals from various 3 p.m. English League games, similar to this. So that's free to enter, and you pick 6 games to have between 3 or 4 goals. Interesting, slightly different. Okay, I might have a look at that after this live stream. Maybe if we got time, even have a look at it during the live stream. But it's coming up to half an hour now, so I don't really want to keep you for long. I need to have some lunch before watching Cardiff City at 3 o'clock this afternoon as well. Nathan will be live streaming that match, so I'd like to watch that and maybe get involved in the chat as well. So yeah, back to this Bristol City match as well. The community are thinking a Bristol City win of 77%. 15% of people are thinking it's going to be a draw, and 8% a Bristol City win, a Birmingham City win, I should say. Right, yeah, I'm going to go for a Bristol City win here. Pains me, as I say, the Wurzels are going to win this one. Question is, will Birmingham score? Doug thinks they're not going to score, and quite a few of you think they will score. I think Birmingham will get on the score sheet. So I'm going to go. No, let's check that Bristol City defence again. conceding 1 goal in the last 2. Okay, so they've only kept, they have kept 2 clean sheets. One was against Cardiff and one was against Watford. Now I'm gonna stick with that 2-1 victory to Bristol City. And the final game of this Sky Bet Soccer Saturday Super 6 predictions game is Stoke at home against Middlesbrough. Now, Middlesbrough have been a very, very tough cookie to crack this season. Stoke find themselves in 8th position as we speak, with 2 defeats in their last 6, with 3 victories and 1 draw. They gained a 1-0 victory over Wycombe in the last match. Prior to that was a 0-0 draw with Sheffield Wednesday. Prior to that was a home defeat against Norwich. Prior to that was 2 good victories against Huddersfield at home and Reading away. And prior to that, it was they suffered a 5-goal thriller where they lost 3-2. Now, Middlesbrough, 2 places below Stoke. Last time out, they beat Swansea at home. Prior to that, lost 3-2 against Huddersfield. Prior to that, they gained a very good 3-0 victory over Derby. Prior to that, there was a defeat against Norwich. And prior to that, 2 away draws against Blackburn and Brentford. Tough one, this one. Stoke. Okay. Beaten Wycombe. Yeah, most teams beat Wycombe. Wycombe have lost 9 of their last 15, or the 15 matches they've played in the league. What are we thinking then, guys? Darren Warburton. Yeah, Stoke 2, Middlesbrough 2. Yeah, I'm thinking draw as well. Ian's gone for 1-1 draw. Yeah, Stoke 2, Middlesbrough 2 from Doug. Yeah, will there be goals? Will there be goals? Defensive-wise, though, I think Middlesbrough are very sound. They've only conceded 10 goals in their 15 fixtures this season. Sun's coming out in South Wales, but it is still very cloudy, so the heavens bringing us a bit of sunshine in South Wales this lunchtime. Anyway, back to this fixture. Stoke City against Middlesbrough. What do we think? Yeah, I'm thinking in a draw as well. Let's have a look what the Sky community is saying. So we've got Stoke. 44% of people think it's going to be Stoke win. A draw of 38% and a Middlesbrough just the 17%. Yeah, I'm going to go for a draw. Just depends on how many goals. Is it going to end up in 0-0? Will it be 1-1? Will it be Desmond's of 2-2 or will it be 3-3? I think I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. I think both teams will score in this match and I am going to go for a 1-1 draw. Now, as usual, if there's a tiebreaker in this little competition that Sky run, is you've got to predict when the first goal is going to be. Normally it is within the first 10 minutes. So what are we thinking, guys? When do you think the first goal will go in for these 6 fixtures? I normally keep it around about the 4, 5, 6 or 7th mark, so I'm probably going to go for the 6th minute, but what are you guys thinking in the chat? Dugout, we have a large thunderstorm last night, kept me up at half the night. Yeah, I heard that there was some sort of, is it snow thunderclap or something, and there were people phoning the police up in Scotland. I'm not sure if that was around Edinburgh, but it was somewhere in Scotland. I think you're just outside Edinburgh, aren't you, or sort of Livingstone area, so is it, do you live nearby the River of Leith? Is it Leith up there? Darren Warburton's gone for 6. Yeah, I agree, Darren. I think the golden goal will be at 6 minutes as well. What about the rest of you? Any takers for less than 6 minutes? Or any takers for more than 6 minutes? Ian's gone for 8 minutes. Ian, can I ask you, are you at home on this fine... Well, I shouldn't really say fine. I'm not sure what it's like in Swansea today. It's probably like here in sort of just outside Cardiff, where it's damp, dreary, but we have got the sun coming out at the moment. So, yeah, not sure if you're in work this morning, Ian, or you're at home enjoying the chat. But, yeah, I'm going to go for a 6-minute goal in this one. Yeah, I'm going to go head-to-head with Jeff. Give it the old thumbs up there, and I am going to submit my entry. Let's have a look at what I can get for my money. So in these, we don't have to get this little thing on this acca that's appearing on Thunder Snow, which I've never heard. Yeah, I live just outside of Edinburgh, that's right. Lovely city up there in Edinburgh. One day I'd like to visit. Go and visit that the main street up there. My cousin's been up there for New Year's Eve and he said it's phenomenal. And yeah, I'd love to visit one day. Right, anyway, if I were to put a £10 wager on the results of these 6 fixtures that we've just predicted, we'd come back with £854.59, but £10 a little bit too much for my liking. If I was going to put £5, it would come up as £427.99p. We know what £1 would come up with, it would be £85. But if we put in £2, which is more like me, you get £170.92 for what I predicted. So I'm not going to do that today. I'm just going to watch the football. I'm going to sit back and relax and watch Cardiff City this afternoon take on Watford. And as I've already mentioned, Nathan will be live streaming the Watford versus Cardiff City match from around about 10 to 5 to 3 this afternoon. If you're not doing anything today, then why not check in and yeah, spend a little time watching Nathan this afternoon. Dugout. Ferris 77. Hi, Ferris. Glad to see you in the chat. I know it was a little bit of a late one this morning, but welcome to you. Hope you are doing well. Home now. Was working early this morning. Finished by 11 a.m. Yeah, I presume you start about 7 or 8 o'clock. Probably at 8 o'clock there in Swansea. But yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. Ian, not sure if I'll be down in Swansea next week. I've got a few other places to visit across South Wales and West Wales next week, so I might be able to get into Swansea at some point. But yeah, hope you have a good afternoon. So yeah, is there anything anybody wants to ask me before I go and have my lunch? I think for today I'm probably going to have pizzas. Pizzas, I should say, a pizza. Probably have a fiery chicken pizza. I think Nathan's going to have pepperoni, or we might go for burgers today. Obviously, tomorrow's Sunday, so we will be having a roast as usual that we do on us. Have you ever come close to the Super 6? Not this year, Shane. I think last year, just playing on my own, not actually sharing it with anyone. I think I've had about 5 correct results. Perfect wise, I've only had about 2, maybe 3, but never close. I think each and every week, though, somebody usually has 5 perfect scores and they may have the results as well. I think I've only ever seen it sort of like when I watch Soccer Saturday, you know, the guys in the Sky Studio. I think I've seen it once or twice, one there. But yeah, I've never come really close. So hopefully you guys helping me out on a Saturday morning or Saturday lunchtime. One day we can get that £250,000. But you never know. Shane, check out the pick 4 on William Hill. It's free and maybe worth adding to your show. Yeah, I'll definitely check that out, Shane. Between now and next Saturday, and maybe we could squeeze that in at the end. But yeah, before I go, guys, is there anything you'd like to add? I'll probably be about 1 or 2 more minutes on here. As we're in the chat, let's have a look how Burnley and Everton are getting on as we speak. Actually, that hasn't refreshed itself, has we? Is Burnley still winning? They're still winning. That was scored in the 3rd minute by Robbie Brady. It looks like, let's have a look at the tracker there. Looks like Michael Keane is clear. So it looks like Burnley are on the attack there. Statistic wise though, no, Everton have had a couple of shots on target, a couple of shots off, and they have got most of the possession as well. So it looks like Everton are searching for an equaliser in that match, 1 corner each. So, but at the moment, I think I went for a 2-1 victory to Everton in my predictions video. I'll just confirm that now. Get my spreadsheet up on the screen. So, what have I gone for? What have I gone for? Bear with me a moment, guys. Didn't close my spreadsheet earlier. Let's have a look what we've got. Everton, week 11. I actually went for a 2-1 victory to Everton in that match, so I'm hoping Everton can come back in the second half. Looks like it's coming into the last 5 or 6 minutes of of the first half there. So yeah, hopefully Everton will be able to get a couple of goals there. I've noticed a few more people have come back into the chat, so I'll just quickly, before I go, run through the my predictions. So Manchester City 3, Fulham 0. I've gone for Brentford 2, Blackburn 1, Millwall 1, Derby 1, Norwich 2, Sheffield Wednesday 1, Bristol City 2, Birmingham 1, and Stoke City 1, Middlesbrough 1. I have bet a live tip for Everton win. Have I bet a live tip for Everton win? Probably have, Ferris. You tell me. Yeah. Probably good odds now. They're probably about 5 or 6 to 1 now. I expect to win that match. Shall we see what they're? Yeah, let's have a quick look before I go. See what the odds are. Should we? Should we go to Betfair? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. What have we got? How can I get in there without logging in? English Premier League. And 4 to 1 on an Everton victory at the moment. Yeah, so it looks like Everton, yeah, piling on a little bit of pressure now, but who knows? Hopefully Everton will win that one 2-1, and I can score some points in my predictions video. But thank you as always for joining me on this Saturday lunchtime. I'm going to head off now, have some lunch, as Darren says. West Ham 1, Man United, don't know, is that a 1? Shane, Betfair Exchange gives you the true price, ignore the sports book. That's right, yeah, the exchange, yeah, I prefer it in the exchange. It's good for, yeah, you bet against the actual, bet against each other, of course, and you can sort of siphon off a little bit of money there as well, with the odds going up and down. So yeah, I do tend to go in there now and again there, Shane. But yeah, thanks for everyone who joined me in the chat this morning. Thanks for taking your time out as well. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Enjoy the football this afternoon and the rest of the weekend. And I'll see you in the chat on Nathan's video at around about 3 o'clock, and also in the video on Wednesday evening as well for Week 12 Premier League predictions, and next Saturday morning or lunchtime for another round of Sky Bet Soccer Saturday Super 6. But for now, I bid you all farewell. Have a great weekend. I'll see you next time. Cheers, guys. And how do I stop this?